Hi, my name is Arian. I'm a first year Bachelor of Science in Nursing student. My video aims to help anyone to learn and an opportunity for me to contribute for my growth as a nursing student.
So now we are done discussing about the two types of living cells, which is the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells. So let's try now to find out what are the difference of these two types of living cells. So let's go.
The structural differences between eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. Before we get further, let's try first to understand the concept of a cell. The cell is a fundamental component of our modern definition of life and living things, and it is regarded as the basic building blocks of life and are used in the elusive definition of what it means to be alive. Depending on the internal structure of a cell, organisms are divided into two types: the multicellular and more complex eukaryotic cells, and the unicellular and less complex prokaryotic cells. Now we are going to differentiate the prokaryotic cell from eukaryotic cell through the following features. For the size, the prokaryotic cell has a 1 to 2 micrometer by 1 to 4 micrometer or less, while the eukaryotic cell has greater than 5 micrometer in diameter. For the cell type, the prokaryotic cell is mostly unicellular, but there are also cyanobacteria that are multicellular. But the eukaryotic cell is mostly multicellular. In terms of nucleus, prokaryotic cell has no true nucleus. Nucleus lack nuclear membrane and nucleolus, and so such nucleus is called nucleoid. With the eukaryotic cell, nuclear membrane and nucleolus are present. Chromosome. The prokaryotic cell has usually a single circular without histones, while the eukaryotic cell has a multiple linear with histones. The genes in prokaryotic cell is expressed in groups called operands, while in eukaryotic cell it is expressed individually. Zygote. Prokaryotic cell is merozygotic or partially diploid, while the eukaryotic cell is diploid. Cell division. Prokaryotic cell is binary fission or budding, while eukaryotic cell involves mitosis. The sexual reproduction in prokaryotic cell doesn't involve meiosis. It transfer of DNA only, while in eukaryotic cell it involves meiosis. The permeability of nuclear membrane in prokaryotic cell is absent, while in eukaryotic cell is selective. While the cytoplasmic streaming in prokaryotic cell is absent, while in eukaryotic cell is present. The cytoskeleton is also absent in prokaryotic cell, while in eukaryotic cell it is present. The pinocytosis is also absent in prokaryotic cell and present in eukaryotic cell. And the gas vacuoles can be present in prokaryotic cell and absent in eukaryotic cell. While mesosome is present in prokaryotic cell, it performs the function of Golgi bodies and mitochondria and also help in the separation of chromosome during cell division, while in eukaryotic cell, mesosome is absent. Next is the ribosome of the prokaryotic cell is a smaller size, which is 70S, distributed in the cytoplasm, while the eukaryotic cell is larger size, which is 80S, found in membranes as in endoplasmic reticulum, and 70s present in organelles such as chloroplasts and mitochondria. We have the mitochondria in prokaryotic cell is absent, in eukaryotic cell is present. Chloroplast in prokaryotic cell is also absent, while in eukaryotic cell is present. Endoplasmic reticulum in prokaryotic cell is absent, while in eukaryotic cell is present. The Golgi structure in prokaryotic cell is absent, while in eukaryotic cell is present. The membrane-bound vacuoles is absent in prokaryotic cell, while present in eukaryotic cell. The lysosome and peroxisome is absent in prokaryotic cell, while present in eukaryotic cell. The microtubules is absent or rare in prokaryotic cell, while it is present in eukaryotic cell. The flagella in prokaryotic cell is simple structure composed of protein and flagellin, while in eukaryotic cell it is complex with 9+2 structure of tubulin and other protein. Plasma membrane. In prokaryotic cell, plasma membrane is generally locked, sterile, and no carbohydrate. It contains part of respiration and in some photosynthetic machinery, while in eukaryotic cell, sterile and carbohydrate is present and serve as receptors, and the plasma membrane here do not carry out respiration and photosynthesis. The glycocalyx in prokaryotic cell present as a capsule or slime layer, while in eukaryotic cell, it present in some cells that lack cell wall. The cell wall is usually present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. The extrachromosomal plasmid. In prokaryotic cell, it is present. The non-essential prokaryotic genes are encoded on extrachromosomal plasmid, while in eukaryotic cell, this extrachromosomal plasmid is absent. The transcription and translation. In prokaryotic cell, it occurs simultaneously, but in eukaryotic cell, the transcription occurs in nucleus, then the translation occurs in cytoplasm. The respiration in prokaryotic cell has many strict anaerobies, but in eukaryotic cell, all aerobic, but some facultative anaerobies by secondary modification. The photosynthetic enzymes. In prokaryotic cell, it bound to plasma membrane as a composite to chromatophorase, while in eukaryotic cell, the enzymes packed in plastids bound by the membrane. The nitrogen fixation. Only in prokaryotic cell has some possess this ability, while in eukaryotic cell, none possess this ability. The metabolic mechanism. The prokaryotic cell has a wide variation, while the eukaryotic cell, it includes the glycolysis, electron transport chain, and Krebs cycle. The duration of the cell life for prokaryotic cell is short, that it only takes 20 to 60 minutes to complete, while in eukaryotic cell, it is long because it takes to 12 to 24 hours to complete. Now for the last feature, the DNA base ratio. For prokaryotic cell, it is about 28 to 73, while the eukaryotic cell is about 40.